remember back in the day when we started these streams here, sometimes I would just, didn't have many more viewers than today. But I would just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and maybe 10, 15 minutes later, realized nobody can hear me. So, happy Friday. I missed all of you as always, and I can see, it's good to see Thomas is here. My good friend Vax is here. Good to see you. Bull Bear, good to see you again. Happy to see you. And we got Blockchain Betty. Of course, Betty, remember, she's the one who owns everything, and I own nothing, and I'm pretty happy. The question is Betty happy? Crypto-Dachshund, wie geht's dir? Gut, dass du da bist. And PC. Markus Zwingenberger. I see we got some German speakers here in the house. Wie geht's euch? And speaking about German. No, I will leave that for a little bit later. Today, I don't want to make the stream too long. I've been away for a week, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How did you celebrate? Let me know where you celebrated. So it would be quite a short stream, and then tomorrow, Saturday, we're gonna do a little bit of a longer one. And also here in the new year, I am really gonna try to share and focus more, but add in also a little bit of a geopolitical angle, because I do believe that geopolitics is going to play a major role in 2024, and it will also indicate and guide us to when we really will see the future of finance taking off. Speaking about future finance, the blockchain taking off, CNBC, we're going to watch that a little bit later. They have now their own segment for crypto news. Now talk about good news. Mainstream media, CNBC, I remember back in 2017, they were hardly touching on crypto, and now they got like a daily show. Whoa, we're going to watch 2 minutes of that. In case you know it, let me know what you think about that. No, Marcus, I have looked at Penn, but since it belongs more into and I'm impressed, and I thank you, I truly do. But we will make Polkadot, maybe we will make it, I think, on Monday, and there we will make a whole, we will next week make a video about it. So I thank you for that, really, really, really I do. But we will have to put that into those beautiful dots. Anyway, let's start. And if I remember correctly, it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. And in case you're new to this channel and you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well then please do me a favor, hit like, smash, subscribe and all them goodies so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Harachi, and I am number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's young, he's handsome, he's a prophet, he's a poet. They know it. I must be the greatest. I told the world.
So, let's see. And as always, we're going to go in and we're going to look at the level of market manipulation. We all know that the markets are being manipulated. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's the traditional or the non-traditional. But let's have a quick look here. We got Bitcoin at 43,800 down 1.3%. Then we got Solana down 6%, holding up at 98. We got Ethereum at 2,241. Well, I know you come here to have a good insight about the technical aspect of things. And I like to keep that short as well. And we always look at the weekly with the 7-day moving average, because what's funny? As long, it hasn't really disappointed us yet. It really hasn't. So we can see, as long as we are above the 7-day moving average and the trend is really your friend, and we are really not close below it for quite a while. So that's all the technical analysis that I need. Now, of course, there's that's also a thing that I find that it's still too early to try to identify or read traditional indicators and then try to, see if Bitcoin and the crypto market is going to react accordingly. First of all, I think it's important to understand that the US monetary system and the European monetary system, for that matter, it's kind of fraudulent system, right? I mean, it's a fiat-based system backed by nothing. And all those economic indicators that we all look at, jobless claims and CPI and GPI and what it's all called, I mean, it's all kind of a bunch of baloney. However, what is not a bunch of baloney is the fundamentals and the utility, and that we see, I'm sorry, that we are seeing this transformation from traditional to digital. And that's where, and this is where I think we should focus on. Anyway, it's good to always look at the charts and 7-day moving average or not. I always say, in case you really want to understand these charts, if you really want to understand what's behind it, forget about this old school analysis about Japanese candlesticks and half moon and whatever it's called. If you really want to understand, it's all about liquidity. And there's only one channel and there's only one guy that truly, truly understands what it is about. And that is Tino from Traders Reality.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation. Mad love and respect to every single one of you.
Yeah, all you beautiful people. First things first, let's go and have a look at what the overall market is, and then we'll move on to those four winners. Overall market, because Bitcoin down 1.3. I mean, we've had a pretty nice ride. And I think if we go back here, maybe and look at Bitcoin, because it's also with a lot of other the entire market basically. I don't think that we're gonna go down to the previous low that is right behind me, which we saw in November at around 15,000. I think we have taken off, and I don't think we're gonna go back. I really don't. But so what is important now is to identify the coins that still haven't taken off. And we will look at that. Let's have a quick look at our portfolio. As you can see here today, I'm not super up to date. Remember, we made this portfolio that you can then also track. And let's see, what do we do? Here we go. Here we go. And some of these coins, they're not still. Gonna go through them quickly. We can see these are all how much we are, or Betty is, in plus since we bought and since we announced that we bought. Just remember, everything we say and do here is not financial advice. It's very important that we all know that. Let me see here. You can see what. Yeah. I want to run through this. So Illuvium, we only up 30% since we got in. Metis DAO, I know Vex, he must also love it. And I think the Andromedia ecosystem protocol, which is also where NetSwap is, I think it's really going to take off. I think it's a hold. It's a strong hold from my point of view. In fact, I mean, Compound only up 18%. I'm still sure Compound is going to take off at sooner or later. Kusama up 71% since we got in. Moon River, which is one of those beautiful dots, 419%. Chainlink, we're up 100%. Internet Computer up 163%. But all of these coins are still way, way cheaper and way below the previous all-time high. Uniswap, which I think is, it is their automated market maker. It's the decentralized DEX when it comes to the blockchain, all blockchains, and still cheap on the dollar. Gamify up 15%. Remember, Gamify, this is where hopefully also in the next cycle we're going to see a lot of initial gaming offerings. And if you followed this channel here in the last cycle, we were making lots of money by just getting in on the shares or the coins on these platforms that were launching game coins or initial gaming offerings. We didn't make so much money on participating or in the offerings, but holding the platform tokens, we made very, very good returns. LivePeer is actually the one. I think there are 2 coins that were still below where we got in from Betty, and that is LivePeer. Absolutely love LivePeer. And it's Barnbridge, down 56% since we got in, right? And in between, we got Thorchain Rune up 161%, Synthetics up 110. Still, I mean, Synthetics, I love Synthetics also, you know that. Energy Web Token, the best energy utility token, the future of energy. And we're still down 24%. So hope, you can get it cheaper than Betty. I think that's important because it's only a matter of time when this train has truly taken off and we're going to see hockey sticks right, left, and center. Talking about hockey sticks, NetSwap, 2,220% since we got in. And that leads me to, let's go over to the presentation, or what we're talking about today. Top 4 winners. This is the first time, I think, in a year and 1.5 years that we can actually celebrate a little bit, talk about coins that we said buy, and now really a solid return. Now, when we say top 4 winners, right? This is 4 coins out of our 65 positions that we have, meaning that we certainly hope that the rest 61 coins will also perform and eventually give us a hockey stick. Now, in case you don't know what a hockey stick is, that's what a hockey stick is, right? So what we see here, NetSwap, it's funny because NetSwap is I think it's the second largest decentralized exchange on Andromeda, right? On Metis. And I actually don't think that we ever bought any net, but what we did do, and I remember I was telling you all about it. I want to know that if any of you old lions that have been around, for more than a year, did you participate in this? I remember in the beginning, I was not very sure. I was not very certain, but we made a hell of a lot of money with Metis. So as we were staking Metis on NetSwap, we've received lots of rewards, lots of net tokens, and it's been wonderful. So on the 5th of August 2023, we also said that we were entering at 7 cents on the dollar, and look where we are now, a hockey stick, and still the market cap of NetSwap is ridiculously low. Let's have a quick look if we can find it. Let me tell you the market cap. And I think that, let me just check here. The market cap of NetSwap is, this cannot be true. Let me just see here 1 second, guys. This is how it is when it's live and you're not completely up to date. It's below 10 million. Below 10 million. That's still nothing, right? And we're already up 2,300%. I think we're going to make like 20,000% return on NetSwap ultimately. Again, it's not financial advice. What is then also good, what we did here on NetSwap, as you can see, we also shared that in the Telegram group. So with the reward net tokens that we received, we provided liquidity with Metis. So we provided 50% Metis and 50% net tokens. And I remember back in August, we provided, I think, $8,000. The position was $8,000. And 10 days ago, when I went in and watched, I could see that those $8,000 have increased to $68,000. And down there below, the pending rewards were like 5,000 something. And then I looked yesterday, and it had increased even more, 82,000. And the rewards down there below had increased to almost 8,000, meaning there's roughly around 90,000, And as you can see up here, the APR is around, yesterday was around 83%, and a week ago it was 130%. They're paying. So a lovely story there with NetSwap. And let me know if any of you participated. And I'm also not doing this stream to show you, oh, I'm so good, or Betty is so rich. Just showing. Obviously, I do like to be, recognized as legit, but the train hasn't taken off. Virtue poker. I guess here we were lucky. We knew there was a risk reward play where we could lose everything, but we entered a very small position. We also made a video, we announced it here, and for the longest time nothing happened, but all of a sudden, so we got in there at 0.006, all of a sudden a hockey stick. I mean, this was also fantastic. 710% from when we entered. There we were also staking for a while. I think what happened here with Virtual Poker is it got sold, so there are new owners. But what they are doing is, and that was I think the plan all along, is they're creating a platform on the blockchain where if you want to play with your friends poker, well then you can set up a poker night on Virtual Poker. I think you can brand it, call it what you want, and so basically it's just a platform to play poker with your friends, and you can brand it and do what you want. Remember, this is still early stage, right? Everything traditional is going to migrate onto the blockchain. Reason being is that the blockchain is basically nothing else than a new accounting system. So the ones that, the traditional companies, doesn't matter what it is, if they're not going to migrate onto the blockchain, they're not going to be in business. So I think Virtual Poker is really, a market leader, and they were early. The next one here, where we have also been very optimistic, and we, of course, always announced it, is Pocket Network. Here we got in at 3 different prices, and where is it now? See, it is up 534% from July 8th, where we also made a video and announced that we got in. Beautiful. And of course, you can also stake your Pocket Network tokens. The fourth token here that we are very happy about also is Radium. The Solana took off, right? Solana has been taking off. And again, and this is also what we are seeing, Radium is nothing but one of the biggest dexes on Solana. Like NetSwap is the biggest dex there. I think where the train has taken off, where it's not really possible to make these huge returns that we are all dreaming of, is no longer when we go into the blockchain itself, like when we buy the Solana tokens, when we buy the Bitcoin, when we buy Ethereum, when we buy Polkadot or Cardano. I don't think we can make a few 20,000% returns. They are simply already too big. That is why we have to go into the ecosystems and try to find some of the other infrastructure tokens that have small market caps but set up to become the market leader within that ecosystem. I just need a sip here. So Radium here, we got in at 20 cents on the dollar, and where are we now? We're at $1.28. It's also beautiful. We are with Radium also staking, and we're doing that on Radium, and you can see here we're staking at, the API is only 5.6% return. That's very low, but we've been staking, I think, for the longest time. And of course, it's also nice to go in and see that the rewards there are around 5,245. I think that's could be from the last month or something. Anyway, these are these 4 coins, these 4 hockey sticks. I mean, lovely. Just remember, that is why I actually wanted to show you the portfolio before we went in and looked at this presentation, so that you could see that there is still a lot of opportunity. Now, it's important that you don't make the mistake that most newbies do, and that is that they buy high and sell low, or don't chase the hockey stick, right? Once it's really taken off, I mean, there's still, even with Radium or with Pocket, there's still lots and lots of potential, but perhaps if you are new, there are many other coins that have the same, let's say, potential, but hasn't taken off yet. And that's why I think it's so great. I also said that before, that we will never know which are the coins that will take off first or last. So let's go and see if anybody in the chit chat here. Let's say hello. So let me see who is here. We got Eric Kane. Good to see you. I think you're new to this to this show. What are you saying? FX1 sports ticker, FX1 get before too late. Okay, we'll go and look at that. What do you say? Sugar cream, sugar cream or sugar cream? Will the ETF cost? Oh, yeah, that's a good question, and that's a very good question. And everybody, and the grandmother and sister Shelly and brother Jamal, everybody is talking about the Bitcoin ETF. Okay, so let me see what is the will the ETF cause more volatility in BTC? Not sure. It will cause the increase in price predicted by others. Thank you, Max. Tino's number 2. I think this is a really good question. I will get back to that sugar cream here. Actually, look at why sugar cream think it's good. Sport betting. Yeah. Okay, I will look at that sport betting later. Worth a Google. Do your own research. Very good. Yeah, maybe this is a rocket shot out of galaxy. I'm not sure about the ones. Okay, so it's good, since we're a little channel, we can still cater to the questions. Before I will answer about the Bitcoin ETF, I wanna share that we all share these first 3 minutes. To me, this seems to be a new, production from CNBC. I don't know if they just started this year. Have you seen it before, then let me know. But let's look at the first 3 minutes, because mainstream media are going full in, and that will also answer your question regarding the Bitcoin ETF. So let's go.
A volatile week. New research reveals hackers linked to North Korea stole $600 million in crypto in 2023. And economist Noel Atchison explains the catalyst driving crypto's wild swings in price this week. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Crypto prices in the red to close out the first week of 2024. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin dropped more than 1.5% to just above $43,000, one day after the cryptocurrency crossed the $44,000 level, as a spot Bitcoin ETF decision by the SEC is expected any day now. Ether dipped 2.5% and Solana fell back below the $100 mark. A little bit of volatility coming back into the market this week, again, as the anticipation of a spot Bitcoin ETF approval grows. We'll talk more shortly about what to expect with Noel Atchison. For the week, Bitcoin rose more than 3%. However, Ether fell nearly 4% and Solana sank about 8%. XRP and Doge both dropped a whopping 10%. And then over on the equities side, crypto-focused stocks had a bad week, with Coinbase sinking 11.5%. Crypto miners Riot and CleanSpark fell too, with Riot dropping nearly 6.5% for the week and CleanSpark down more than 10.5%. Marathon and MicroStrategy, however, were slightly in the green for the week, all as of noon Eastern. Okay, let's talk about the...
I think you got it, right? I think you got the point. And my point with this is that when mainstream media, when CNBC is going all in on crypto, that's all you gotta know. Because this means that the mainstream media are going ultimately to get what we need, a hell of a lot new investors into this market. And I'm a true believer that we are seeing the end of the US dollar and the US monetary system. I do believe, however, that the people behind the curtain, or the elite, they obviously understood that a fiat system will ultimately fail. So they need a new system, right? Of course, they're going to blame inflation and war and whatever on the failing US dollar. But then they're going to present this new financial ecosystem that has been in the making for the past 5 years. So also investors won't even, it will be a smooth transition. That even the most conservative investors that a few years ago, or maybe even a year ago, would never ever invest into crypto, only invest into blue chips or, government bonds, or what, those 401, pension funds. No, they will all also enjoy this transition of investing into crypto. So in order to get back to this ETF, I mean, crypto is a very, very volatile market. So I don't know if we will see more volatility. I don't believe that we will see an increased volatility. I also think that this ETF, I think it's only a matter of time. Is it going to come? Is it going to come next week? And you know that everybody has their own speculation. Are we going to, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of deal? I don't know what's going to happen when it's really going to be announced. Yes, now the ETF is approved. Are we then going to see a huge spike up and then down? I'm also not such a short-term trader, but all these new ETFs or CNBC, or that we are seeing traditional companies migrating onto the blockchain. And the most important factor of all is, of course, the central bank digital currency, right? The CBDC is being launched, will be rolled out between 2025 and 2030. And that's when we are really going to see the new financial ecosystem growing like, exponential. And just remember, we all know that, you remember Sister Kristalina from IMF? She has been promoting the CBDC already for, 3 years? So I know that was probably not a super detailed answer of what you really wanted to hear, but I'm not sure about volatility, but I am sure that the price in BTC is going to increase. Now, right when the announcement comes, maybe not, but I am pretty certain that by October 2025, I do think we're going to see Bitcoin at around 250,000. Okay, Bull Bear. Yeah. So, we got my good friend Incon French. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for passing by. What do you say here, Bull Bear? Question for, as you said, few coins are already got hockey stick. What is advice for new joiners? Should they buy only those which are still on their base? No. I mean, remember, there are the hockey stick, just because of a hockey stick, you shouldn't then not buy it. I'm just saying there, of course, I wouldn't necessarily go into a coin that, just went up between, 200 to 300% to 1,000%, in the past 7 days. And Bull Bear, if you are new, and then also to this little channel here, then I don't know if you know this site, but it's called CoinGo.Live. And I use it a lot because you can go in there and then you can see the coins that from the all-time highs. And so it's a pretty, let me just see, it's a pretty useful site. Let me just come in and log in. Make it a little smaller here. And there we go. So this is my, what do you call it here? My watch list. There we go. We have to go in there, and then you can go to all-time high. And then you have your own list here, and I use it a lot. And here you can go in, and then you can see, for example, you can see that Bitcoin is, should Bitcoin go to its all-time high, that means you would generate 56% return on investment. Let me just go down and see if we can. So here we go. You can't see it there. And so obviously, I think Bitcoin is going to pretty much soon go to 69,000. Are we interested in 56% when we can make 1,000% with net swap? No, right? So Bitcoin is, Bitcoin is becoming this blue chip old grandpa investment. I mean, it's not completely true, but I would, I think that the risk reward potentials are better in other coins. Even if we look at Ethereum, the second largest coin, right? Should it go to its previous all-time high, then 117, meaning that it is here on the right side, you can see it's down 53% from its all-time high. Now, Polkadot here offers much more a better risk-reward ratio, you could say. It's down 86% from its all-time high, and that would generate 647% should DOT. And I very much believe in the ecosystem and in the protocol of DOT. So 647% is not bad, right? We can see Chainlink. It's down 73%, that would generate 278. Then you can see a coin like ICP, Internet Computer, that would generate 5,298. Anyway, you can always, I think you get the point. I still also use this a lot when we sometimes, rebalance and go in and see which coin now has not taken off yet. Again, it's a big question that you also ask, Bull Bear, because investing, I've been investing for more than 20 years. So it's very different, there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of, I guess, bad times and good times, but a lot of experience. And if you're completely new, what I just can say like this is don't use leverage. Don't borrow money from grandma or your girlfriend or from anybody. Only invest what you can afford to lose. And I think that the best thing for new investors is that you dollar cost average in. I don't know if you can do it daily. No, probably not daily, weekly, maybe monthly. And I would also, for the fun of it, I would diversify and say, at least, 3 to 5 coins so that you also follow them. That's about that. Can you share your list on CoinMarketCap? I don't know if you can do that. I will look into that. Yeah, I think we're supposed to do that. We need to do that. Yeah, because it's actually made for all of you. And what do you say? You still hold MNW? No, I don't think so. We're not running nodes. No, Maris. Guys, that's about it for today. I wanted to make it short, and it's funny when I do the first streams, I'm always a little nervous, right? But now I'm gonna go and do the samba, and then I'll feel much better. And tomorrow is Saturday night live. Tomorrow we're gonna do a longer stream, and tomorrow we're also gonna talk about geopolitics and the 5 topics related to geopolitics that we need to watch for 2024. 2024 can be a dangerous year. We got so much coming up in 2024. It's unbelievable. We got, I don't know, more than 50 countries are having elections, but we know we have elections in the US, right? I mean, are we going to have Sleepy Joe continuing this war all around the world? Or is Donald Trump going to come in and hopefully end the wars? What's going to happen with Ukraine and Russia? What's going to happen in the Middle East? And so there are a lot of things that we need to look at. But I think the most important thing for us is we get inspired. We analyze the geopolitical events. We understand what is happening with the global monetary fiscal system, and we invest accordingly. Dennis Van Ryn, good to see you. You see, all those beautiful old lions are coming back. Another thing, Thor Ham, good to see you. I wanna Bahama. I'm more excited to hear what you have to say about the penny. I am. And for all of you who are new, I mean, once the market goes up again, that's when we have Bahama Mama time. We have not been drinking Bahama Mamas here on the show for more than a year. There simply wasn't anything to celebrate, but soon it's Bahama Mama. Bahama Mama. Okay, guys, so I love you all, and thank you for coming. I mean, it's always good to see old friends. I really love you, and slowly, I might be the worst YouTube streamer on the interweb, but we are performing. Nobody has been able to enter the market and document it. Nobody has been able to exit the market and document it, and we're doing it all again. And that's what we're here for. I love you. You are Lion for being here. You truly are. I love you all so much. And remember, I am no one. You are number one. See you tomorrow. That's about